this, I think, is the hub, really, isn't it?
It really is. So this is Newport Street, which is our head office, as you can see behind us, which is where marketing, the border base, sales, after sales. And then Newport Street is where every boat bar the 95 is launched from.
Now, there's an interesting story to this, which I remember,
Yes.
which is that this used to be simply a street.
Correct. Yeah, this used to be a functioning residential, but also a business address. There was a brewery here. There was a number of small units, and then over the years we've taken them over, put up our own facilities, and now it's purely ours. Hence why we've got a big barrier and the amount of traffic that we have delivering parts on a daily basis.
Because Princess started off pretty much, I know it wasn't on this specific site, but fairly early on they started off with a unit over here, didn't they?
Yeah.
Just one unit in the street that was rented, and then every time another one became available they expanded.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Until they owned the whole street.
So we owned the whole street. So we started just across the creek,
Yeah.
and then we started taking over the various units here in Newport Street until we have the whole lot, and then moved from here around various sites in Plymouth. And as the boats got bigger, we needed bigger sites. So Coy Porridge came from, that was the next military site, that's near 24 acres. We've got a South Yard where we saw the mock-ups being built, that's about a 25-acre site, obviously for the bigger boats. And then we have Langate and Lee Mill and a number of others around Plymouth. So yeah, expanded over the years.
Can't show you this. Top secret. Nod and a wink, know what I mean? Onwards.
This has got the unglamorous name of the cattle shed.
Right.
So basically somewhere where we can protect ourselves from the British weather
Yeah.
when the boats come off the production line.
Now I remember this because this used to be head office.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The sales office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long time ago. Long time ago.
You see the size of the boat when it's next door to a truck.
Yes, exactly. What is that, 72?
72. It's a V55 in the slings there.
Mm-hmm.
We've always got to put into perspective how big the plant is here.
Yes.
I know I'm not tall, but it's a big wheel.
That's a big crane.
So these are weighing scales. So you see it's moving, and we've got 4 of them.
Yeah.
So every boat we launch, and we've got another set of the smaller 65-ton hoist. We weigh the hoist, and then we weigh the hoist for the boat, and then we get what the dry weight is of the boat. So this is Unit 10. Unit 10 is actually on reclaimed land to a degree. We're on 260 piles that are driven down into the bedrock.
So this was all water here
It's
originally?
all completely water.
Yeah.
And what it's given us is this shed here.
Wow.
And what we can see is the first 3 boats. This is where we put the flybridge on the 72s because we've got the headroom.
Okay.
And then the next 5 boats on the left are all 80. We have another 80 here. We have 180 just ready to come out. We've got 180 on that side, and in fact there's another one in the back of the shop alongside 285. So quite a lot of boats in one shed, and all very big.
This is immense. Look at the size of this.
So this shop gets 800 deliveries a day.
800 a day?
800 a day to keep these boats in kit. So there you are. There's a, I don't know what slot, a slot 42 and an S80 there, looking rather beautiful.
Look at the scale of this. That's just immense.
Well, you can park an X80 inside a shop.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, because that's got the
Yeah.
3rd deck.
And there's another one there.
Bonkers.
Fins, so we use Sleipner fins.
Ah, right, yeah, so these are the fin stabilisation.
Little winglets on the bottom.
Yep,
Remarkable how far they've come.
absolutely.
72s to our right, 80s to our left.
These are all Princess 80s. Look at this.
We'll build them individually, but let's start at the beginning.
Okay. So do these come in into one place, get completed and move, or do they move down as they get further on?
On the smaller boats we build, they move at a tack. So
Right.
every 7 to 12 days, depending on the boat, they will move down and have a new crew. So the idea is an empty hull comes in with the deck.
Yep.
We fit, the first tack is we put all the wiring looms in and the plumbing. Then it moves down. Then we start to fit out of the engine room, and we start fitting the lower accommodation. So putting in the matrix, which is the layer between the fiberglass and the customer-facing finish. Then we start putting in all the furniture. Then it moves down. We finish the lower accommodation. The flybridge goes on. The engine room is finished. We can put the deck on, so on and so forth.
Okay.
These boats too big,
Right.
so the crew move rather than the boat. This is in what we call pre-build. And although this isn't an S80, as we said before, downstairs is exactly the same.
Right.
If you have a look in here, we've got the pre-built going on for the engines. So our shafts are in. The wiring looms are starting to go in. That's spaghetti of wire.
Yep.
You've got an actuator there for the fin stabilizers.
Oh,
That's
yes.
gone through the bottom of the hull.
Yep.
And you've got the start of the pre-build for the generators and everything else.
Right. There's the shafts coming up through.
So as I said, we're on a Y80. And where I'm stood now is probably where the galley's going to be. The helm's just up forward with a day head. That's actually the staircase down to the lower accommodation.
I'm with you.
But because we're in a build phase, we're going to go down through the deck into the stateroom.
Okay.
Mind your head. So hopefully you will recognise some of the parts you saw being made. But this is the open plan version of a Y80.
Wow.
So that's the double bedroom, double
Yep.
cabin there.
Yep, gotcha.
Window on the outside.
That's a wardrobe over there in the corner.
Exactly, yeah. Going
Yep.
through into its ensuite.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. And forward of that we have the forward stateroom.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You can see the bed there, basically,
Correct.
across there.
And then this is the twin room. It's going to go in there.
Got you. So that's
Yeah,
one of
so
the
those
first
beds are gonna
bed is in,
Yeah, they're going to slide together.
and the wardrobe.
And part of this is we have these access panels because these are big bits of furniture. So we
Yeah.
drop them in overhead through by crane into the area. And then once all the furniture's in, we can seal the main deck. Engines go in, seal that area, and then we can carry on building the boat.
Right. And we can see some of the wiring up here, which is just, you get a sense of those huge bins that we saw of wiring and where it's all going.
Where the 40 kilometres go.
Yes. Yeah, that's colossal.
And then this is your staircase up. And then this is the master stateroom.
Oh, got you. Yep.
Slightly uncomfortable with the staircase coming into it.
Uh-huh.
But obviously that would go. That's your wardrobe. To remember all this, because we'll go on a finished boat in a minute and you'll
Yes.
see how it transforms.
Yeah.
And then that's the bathroom.
Oh, yes. Let's look in here. Hull windows. That's pretty basic. That's where the shower is going to be. In fact, you can see the shower tray there. Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable.
That was a water tank under the master bed.
Right.
No central gravity, so put it down as low as possible. That's
Yeah.
what's all being made.
Gotcha. Wardrobe.
So this is the next stage after one we just saw. You can see it's moved on a bit, so a bit tinier for a start. Both actuators are in.
Yep.
The engine plates are in, which will mean the engines have had their first fit.
Right.
So we've dropped them in, line up the shafts with the engines, remove them, and then finish fitting out the engine room so we don't damage one of the most expensive bits of the boat.
Yes, they are mad money, aren't they?
Behind us, you see the hydraulic packs all in. So that controls your bow thruster, your stern thruster, your fins, as well as the anchor release.
Excellent.
Still have this cool staircase, so we're going to see how it's progressed. We're looking at around 7 days difference between the two boats.
Okay.
As you can see, in 7 days it's starting to almost like a cabin.
Absolutely.
So that bulkhead is in, TV goes in here. That vanity unit, well actually this is a chest of drawers as it were across there. The vanity unit is on that side. And the bathroom is a big difference.
And all that silver stuff, that's sound deadening?
Correct.
Okay, so this is in, but obviously covered up.
Correct protection.
Remarkable.
And then down here you can see with all the bulkheads in.
Oh, yeah. That's very different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very, very different.
Because it's all made, it's all in concrete, it is really fit out.
Right.
So we're not making it on site, it's all been made in a controlled environment, and then the guys now are just fitting it out into the hull.
So what we've got here is a massive airfix kit.
Yes. Yes.
Essentially. They just need to punch the parts out and...
So here you've got
Yeah.
that cabin that we saw being made, so the double cabin.
Got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And the twin cabin.
Amazing.
And forward, I'll get out of your way. The forward cabin. It's really getting close.
Yeah. Definitely taking shape. That's fantastic. Thank you very much.
What we don't have is a staircase.
Right. No, fair enough. That's going to be here and going up out of there. Superb. Okay.
So this is the next stage afterwards,
Yep.
and this one has the engines are fitted. So this is a Y80 again. It's quite a good demonstration of how a deck can transform a boat. If you look on the boat next door on the S, you see where the doors are to the aft deck.
Yep.
There to where they are on the Y.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is your sort of sport style, loads and loads of cockpit space. Cabin move further forward. This one is all about interior accommodation. You still obviously have plenty of deck space,
You have a huge flybridge.
and you do have a huge flybridge. Absolutely right.
So engines are in, so got the floor down. Staircase no longer goes down into the master cabin.
Yep. Oh, of course, this is where we were going up and down before.
Correct.
So now,
Go down the staircase.
right, right. Wow.
Just in there, boss. Thanks. Yeah. And then we'll go up there with a swap. No worries.
Okay. So
So
this,
what we're seeing here is we have the surrounds around the port lights are in. Most importantly, what we call the matrix is in.
yep.
So that's where we affix all the fabrics to. But the wardrobe's in.
Okay, got you. Yes. So we've got the drawers here and so forth.
Do a bit of filming here. And if you wanted to stick your head in there,
Sorry,
you'll be
no.
able to see the bathroom.
Thank you very much. Ah, yeah. Brilliant. Thank you. Amazing.
So have a look along and see if you can see any differences to what we saw before.
Okay, so we've got doors in now, wardrobes, bed head, beds. And VIP guest cabin. This is not how we normally see a VIP guest cabin, is it? Look at that. Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. Cool. Okay. Lovely. Thank you very much indeed.
This is going to be our first S80. You should notice quite a difference.
So this is the cockpit orientated one. So we have the big sun pads back here. Presumably there's gouges underneath here.
Yeah, exactly. Your garage under there, your crew access is under there.
Yeah.
Big sun pads on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you remember the mock-up, we had the two movable chairs here,
Of course. Yeah.
and then the dining room table just goes in front of the window.
So this is one of the very first of the S80s.
So yeah, quite an empty room, but you can see the work that goes in behind the scenes.
Completely.
Wiring links are going in.
Yeah.
The helmet is starting to go in. That's what those wires are in front of that window.
Just joining up this wiring boggles the mind, quite frankly. Look at this. It's really, really hard to get your head round. Just the wiring. Look at it up here. Sunroof on this one.
So let's look downstairs again and see how much progress has been made in this 7 days.
So how many days are we into the boat being in this shed now?
We're on the 4th tack, so we're on 28 days.
Okay, brilliant.
So we've got a nice foyer in here now,
Yep,
and then the master stateroom.
excellent. Hello there.
Right.
Fantastic. What's this over here?
This particular owner wanted something slightly different,
Right.
so this is going to be a bathtub.
Okay, fair enough.
He's quite busy in there, so we might leave
Okay,
him to it.
all right, we'll go down this way.
But yeah, please have a look up forward.
Thank you. So we're starting to see the trim going in here. You can see the wood behind there. I'll do that. Yep, there we go. This is all protecting it. Now proper cabins. Huh. Toilets are in. Units are going in. Wow. Thank you. Door handles? Sorry, let me come out of your... There we go, thank you very much. Some of the heat going in.
So what we see here, there's no internal furniture yet upstairs.
Right.
Matrix is going in,
Yep.
and the helm is as well.
Okay. I've got you.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a bit further advanced than the last time we saw it.
Even more wiring. Look at this. It does boggle the mind, it really does.
Now, deciding it, we often have to put the fridges in quite early because we fit sub-zeros on,
Right.
on all boats over 80 feet.
Yep.
They're big, they're heavy, and they need to go in early, as you can see.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
then a bit later.
That's the Sub-Zero in over here, the fridge.
And this is
The
quite
freezer.
easy to see, this is the day head. So we do
Oh.
a day head option on this boat.
Right.
That's what we can see there.
Brilliant, I did not know that. Okay. Fantastic.
See it, see it. There we go.
Well, look at that. It might look a little bit tidier when it's finished.
So this is the next stage on.
Okay,
Crew area looks pretty complete, as does the engine room.
okay.
And then up top, we started to have a lot of that main deck fitted out.
Right, gotcha.
The helm is installed.
Ah, yes,
Yep.
absolutely. Wow, this is where we saw those wiring bits. They're now hidden down in there. Fantastic.
Probably not as much to see down here. Fabrics are definitely going in.
Ah, yes.
Material on the bulkhead.
Yep,
Actual headboard is in, so we're just waiting now for the leather or the fabric one to go in there, which will go in last.
yep. Headlining, obviously.
Exactly. Starting to look like a boat.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
All a bit dark, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
But it's finished.
Yeah.
In our eyes, this is very close to being finished because all the main kit is in.
Yes.
It's just the finishing touches now, really.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Thank you.
No problem. 1900 or 2000 horsepower. Obviously looking at the transom of the boat here, this is your OPEC Mar up-down hydraulic platform. Got your stern thruster, obviously your rudders, straight onto your shafts and then on your P brackets.
This is serious engineering, isn't it?
Number 3 that way, it goes all that way.
So we've got the one down there, and if I turn around, we're off down that way too. Amazing. Air conditioning, lots and lots of air conditioning. What do we got here?
Well, the joy of living in Plymouth is we have nearly 25-foot tide.
Right.
So logistics-wise, we can only launch when we've got enough water, and this dries out completely.
Wow.
It's coming back in now, so we'll be able to launch in a couple of hours.
And you've got a roller shutter door on it.
Keep the weather out.
Nice. That's
We
very.
have a lot of weather in Plymouth.
That's very cool.
So this one's got the props on.
Oh, look at this. Wow, they are works of art all on their own, aren't they? Look at that.
Lean propellers from Australia, and then we use CJR, that's based in the UK, for the shafts, the D-brackets and the rudders.
Amazing. Shame to get it wet.
So here we're obviously on an X80, which you've filmed before, and this is the last stage before it goes into the hoist, is launched and starts its trials. So you can see it's pretty complete. All the power is off the boat, so all the lights are on. The decade isn't quite up yet, so it would have had its first fit. And this really is the stage, and also highlights how different the S and the Y and the X are from each other, even though they're the same boat.
Absolutely. Ah, this has got, no, I haven't. This is the forward dining room.
Exactly.
The one we filmed when we did a tour on this had the owner's cabin up here in the bow.
Correct. And this is, we've done probably 50-50
Right.
of each.
Yeah.
If you've got a big family,
Yeah.
then the 5 cabin is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But this is also quite a remarkable place. And when you're running, to be here is very unusual for us, because normally this is where the helm is.
Yes.
So you can sit here and you've got this amazing view all the way around of you running, and it's super quiet. And it's just quite an unusual place to be. I think it's fantastic.
That's brilliant.
And also it doubles up as a good TV lounge.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. So this here is the galley.
Correct, yes. You've got access through there and the side. The partition is halfway up, so you can close off the galley should you want to.
Got you. And again, this is pretty much complete, isn't it?
It's very close, yes.
Yeah. What's going in here?
So you've got the fridge freezer here.
Right.
And it looks like they may have requested a second fridge freezer, which is why we've got a big gap.
Okay.
We'll wait for that to arrive.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And this is the tri-deck, so we've got an upper deck as well.
Let's go and have a look. The downstairs is the same as the other boats, but should be finished.
Yep.
Day head. It's a really nice day head. You know, big window.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blue view. And then let's have a look at the deck. So this boat's real secret weapon is this enclosed bridge up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great helm position. You know, skipper's and navigator's chair.
Yeah.
You've got another foredeck up forward. So you've got a flybridge foredeck, which is unique and fantastic. A real nice array of screens. So you've got 5 screens in total you can have there.
Brilliant. And now that wiring, which we've been looking at all the way through, is all complete. Look at this. It's a good job they know where it goes. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at that. So this is sort of soft furnishings away, really, in carpets and so on, from being completed.
Exactly. Soft furnishings is the right word.
See how they put extra rails up here for safety. So that's the standard rail, and then that's up to almost shoulder height to be absolutely safe.
And then you have your foredeck.
Yep.
Above your foredeck.
Ha! Look at that. Fantastic. And there's that row of, so 72s here and 80s.
72s, then into 80s, another 80, another 80, another 80, one in the corner, and then 85s.
Mad. That is just immense to see.
So what I suggest next is we go and see what happens to this boat once it goes in the water.
Perfect.